The Council heard that critical minerals were gaining in strategic importance, driving geopolitical competition, fueling conflict, but also creating vital opportunities to advance development in producing countries.
L'essor de la demande mondiale ouvre des perspectives essentielles pour le développement des pays producteurs.
Critical minerals such as lithium, cobalt, nickel, and rare earth elements are gaining in strategic importance. Surging demand from global markets is creating vital opportunities to advance development in producing countries, but it is also driving intense geopolitical competition, putting pressure on concentrated supply chains and fueling conflict with dire humanitarian consequences. All too often, revenues from illicit exploitation of natural resources are pushing peace out of reach.
He mentioned 4 urgent priorities. First, justice, ensuring that mineral development delivers fair and sustainable outcomes for resource-endowed countries and communities. Then prevention, curbing the illicit flows and strengthening transparency across mineral supply chains. The peaceful settlement of disputes, making greater use of the mediation tools in the UN Charter, including when disputes over natural resources affect prospects for peace. And finally, climate, ensuring that preventive and political efforts take climate analysis into account.
You must ensure mineral development delivers fair and sustainable outcomes for resource-endowed countries and communities. It is time to break the age-old pattern where resources are extracted, value is captured elsewhere, and impoverished communities are left behind to cope with the environmental and socio-economic damage.
The head of the World Trade Organization described the moment as an inflection point, particularly for resource-endowed countries and economies, many in Africa.
Surging global demand for critical minerals should represent a once-in-a-generation chance for Africa and other resource-rich developing geographies to harness new wealth, to accelerate industrial development, and to lift the living standards of millions. These opportunities should become the foundation for peace and prosperity, not conflict and poverty. My message today is simple. Mineral wealth is not inherently a blessing or a curse. It's a powerful catalyst of incentives for governments, firms, local communities, and foreign powers alike. Whether these incentives lead to prosperity or conflict, to effective states or failed ones, to global cooperation or geopolitical fragmentation, depends on the domestic and international policies and institutions that shape them.
The DRC convened the debate in the hopes that it would encourage stronger international cooperation to take a fresh look at one of the major drivers of contemporary conflict, as evidenced in that country's eastern regions.
Du démantèlement des groupes armés, de l'assèchement de leurs circuits de financement,
the dismantling of armed groups, the drying up of their financing networks, and putting an end to networks that allow minerals from conflict zones to enter global supply chains. When strategic resources finance war rather than development, it is no longer merely a national challenge. It is a threat to international peace and security. There can be no truly just energy transition if it is built on injustice toward producing peoples. There can be no genuinely secure supply chains without security for the states and communities that produce these resources. That is why the Democratic Republic of the Congo does not come before the Security Council to complain. It comes to share an experience, to convey a conviction, and to propose a path forward.
Several briefers referred to the Kimberley process of international certification designed to stop conflict diamonds from entering the global market. The DRC expressed hope that the debate would launch lasting momentum, expressing support for a group of friends on natural resource governance that would bring together interested UN member states, regional organizations, financial institutions, and civil society with a mission to sustain permanent dialogue, share best practices, and thereby strengthen governance in an effort to turn natural resources into foundations of lasting peace rather than vectors of conflict. Sherwin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.